Welcome to Waters of Faith. Today's story is about Queen Esther, a brave young woman who stood up for her people and changed history. Esther was a Jewish girl living in the vast Persian Empire. She lived with her cousin Mordecai, who raised her with love and wisdom after her parents died. Esther was kind, graceful, and beautiful not just on the outside, but in heart and spirit. At that time, King Xerxes was searching for a new queen. A grand search began across the kingdom, and Esther was chosen to join the women brought to the palace. She found favor in everyone's eyes, and eventually, the king chose her to be queen, but Esther kept a secret. She didn't tell anyone that she was Jewish. Not long after, a man named Haman, one of the king's top officials, grew angry at Mordecai because he refused to bow to him. In his pride and hatred, Haman plotted something terrible not just against Mordecai, but against all Jewish people in the empire. He convinced the king to sign a law ordering the destruction of every Jewish man, woman, and child. Mordecai was heartbroken. He sent a message to Esther, urging her to go to the king and plead for her people, but Esther was terrified. In Persia, you couldn't just approach the king without being Kala Divan if you were the queen. Doing so could mean death. Esther didn't know what to do, but Mordecai said something that changed everything. Who knows but that you have come to your royal position for such a time as this? Esther took a deep breath. She called for all the Jews in the city to fast and pray with her for 3 days. Then, full of courage and faith, she entered the king's court. The king looked at Esther and held out his golden scepter. She was safe. Esther invited the king and Haman to a banquet, and then another. At the second feast, she revealed her true identity and exposed Haman's evil plan. The king was shocked and furious. He ordered Haman to be punished and gave the Jews permission to defend themselves. Thanks to Esther's bravery, the Jewish people were saved. Her actions turned fear into celebration, sorrow into joy. Her courage is remembered every year during the Jewish holiday of Purim. Esther wasn't born a queen. She was an ordinary girl who chose to trust God and do the right thing even when it was risky. Her story reminds us that you don't have to be powerful to make a difference. You just have to be willing, brave, and faithful. Subscribe to Waters of Faith for more powerful animated Bible stories brought to life with heart, courage, and hope.